Watch the hands of a German master mechanic. He does not guess the size of a fitting. He takes a steel caliper and measures the component down to the final millimeter. Now look at a carpenter in a local workshop. Before he makes a single cut, he rests a steel square against the edge of the wood, ensuring the angle is mathematically flawless. Step into a neighborhood bakery long before dawn, and you will see a baker placing flour onto a digital scale, measuring the ingredients to the exact gram. This careful calculation echoes everywhere. You see it on the glowing screen of a CAD engineer verifying a blueprint. You see it as a pharmacist carefully counting and inspecting medication. You see it in the concert hall, where a conductor checks his watch before lowering his baton on the precise downbeat. Look up at the platform clock at a central train station. The minute hand clicks forward, and the doors close. Out on the street, the pedestrian crossing light turns red. A man stands and waits at the curb, even though there is not a single car in sight. In the factories, a worker inspects identical glass bottles gliding along a conveyor belt, while nearby, a CNC machine cuts through solid metal with unyielding accuracy. In Germany, the act of measuring, checking, and aligning is not just a task. It is a reflex. Why do Germans seem to measure everything so carefully? Is it simply a pursuit of industrial efficiency, or is it something much deeper? To understand this mindset, we have to look away from the famous automotive plants and high-tech laboratories. We have to look at the fabric of normal, everyday life. In Germany, precision is not a uniform you put on when you clock into a factory. It is a rhythm learned early, practiced daily, and passed down through generations. It begins in the home. Walk into an average German kitchen, and you will find a highly structured waste sorting system. Paper goes in the blue bin, organic waste in the brown, packaging in the yellow, and glass is separated by color. People do not guess where things belong. They follow the system because it depends on everyone's participation. Step outside and this structure expands. When a cyclist rides down the street, they stay strictly within the painted lines of the designated bike lane. Pedestrians respect this boundary, knowing that straying into the cycle path disrupts the flow. At a busy bus stop or a supermarket checkout, there is rarely a chaotic rush. People form an orderly line. They wait their turn. This reliance on structure is instilled from a young age. German children are taught a remarkable degree of independence early on. They are encouraged to walk to school alone and navigate public transport, but this freedom is built on a foundation of strict rules. They are taught to read tram schedules, cross only at designated points, and understand that punctuality is a basic social expectation. Being late is often interpreted as a failure to respect another person's time. As the day begins, the neighborhood comes alive with quiet predictability. The local bakery unlocks its doors at the exact minute posted on the window. Inside, the shop assistant arranges fresh pretzels and bread rolls in perfectly straight, orderly rows. There is a specific place for everything. Even the simple act of returning a plastic bottle is a lesson in exactness. Millions of citizens participate in the fan system daily. They feed empty bottles into automated machines at the supermarket, waiting for the laser scanner to read the barcode, accept the return, and print a receipt for a deposit refund. It is a small, mechanical interaction, but it reinforces a culture of accountability. Take a walk through a public park on a Sunday afternoon. The paths are swept, the grass is neatly kept, and the public benches are well maintained. If you watch a local resident fixing a bicycle by the park entrance, you will notice they do not rush the repair. They carefully check the tension of each spoke and apply oil precisely to the chain links. In Germany, precision is not just an industrial export. It is first learned at home, reinforced at school, and practiced in the quiet routines of everyday life. So, how did this culture of exactness take root? To answer this, we must look at how Germany built its identity through the mastery of materials. The German relationship with precision is the result of a centuries-old tradition that values skill, standard, and deep expertise. It traces back to the era of the medieval guilds. In German towns, a person could not simply decide to open a workshop and call themselves a craftsman. They had to earn the title. This gave rise to the Meister tradition, the master craftsman system. Becoming a Meister required years of rigorous training, passing strict examinations, and proving that one could produce work of the highest possible standard. It created a culture where expertise was highly respected, and cutting corners was socially and professionally unacceptable. This tradition evolved into the modern German apprenticeship system, known as dual education. Today, a young person entering a trade splits their time between classroom theory and practical, hands-on work inside a company. An older, experienced craftsman mentors the apprentice, passing down not just technical skills, but a deeply ingrained respect for doing things correctly. When the Industrial Revolution arrived, Germany did not invent mass production, but they refined it through engineering. While other nations focused on producing goods as cheaply and quickly as possible, German manufacturing focused on durability and exact tolerance. The intricate gears of a Black Forest clock workshop translated seamlessly into the complex engines of the modern automotive industry. To maintain this standard on a national scale, they created something vital: standardization. The establishment of DIN, the German Institute for Standardization, meant that a screw manufactured in Munich would fit perfectly into a machine built in Hamburg. Standardization extended to paper sizes, building materials, and engineering practices, creating a common language of measurement. Alongside standards came inspection. The TV, Germany's Technical Inspection Association, evaluates everything from the safety of a household appliance to the roadworthiness of every single car on the street. A vehicle cannot be legally driven in Germany without passing this rigorous, periodic test. It is a structural safeguard that ensures standards are not just suggested, but verified. This philosophy is the lifeblood of the Mittelstand, the thousands of small and medium-sized enterprises that form the backbone of the German economy. These companies are often family-owned, quietly operating in small towns, yet they are global leaders in highly specialized fields. They produce highly specialized components used by industries around the world. You may not know their names, but modern manufacturing relies on their accuracy. This is the true meaning behind the label "Made in Germany." When buyers look for a Siemens medical scanner or a Bosch industrial part, they are not looking for the cheapest option. They are looking for reliability. Precision became trust. People around the world buy German products because they trust the process behind them. They trust the engineer who drafted the plan, the machine that cut the metal, and the strict standards that tested the final product. The question now is whether this deep-rooted philosophy can adapt to a changing era. We live in a digital age that often prioritizes speed over perfection. The modern tech mantra has long been "move fast and break things." But in a culture that has spent centuries learning how to build things so they never break, this creates a profound friction. Look closely at the modern landscape of a city like Berlin. It is a hub for ambitious startups and young entrepreneurs navigating a hybrid work environment. Programmers code AI algorithms in bustling co-working spaces, and teams collaborate remotely across different time zones. Software development requires constant iteration, rapid updates, and a willingness to launch products that are not yet perfect. This rapid pace is testing the traditional German mindset. As the country transitions toward electric vehicles, digital government services, and automated software, the old methods of slow, meticulous physical engineering are sometimes seen as a bottleneck. Implementing widespread digital infrastructure often clashes with the nation's strict privacy laws and cautious regulatory frameworks. Beyond technology, German society itself is also changing. University campuses and modern city centers are increasingly diverse. Immigrants bring new perspectives, different work rhythms, and fresh ideas, integrating with the established German workforce. Can Germany remain precise in a world that is moving faster every single day? The answer is found in how the culture is adapting. The transition to electric vehicles still requires exact battery thermal management. The deployment of robotics in logistics still demands flawless physical engineering. Even software developers in Munich and Berlin are applying the traditional Meister mindset to data security and digital architecture. Precision is changing. It is moving from the physical turning of a wrench to the optimization of a digital network. But it is not disappearing. The tools are evolving, yet the foundational desire to build things properly remains. As evening falls, the industrial debate quietly fades back into the simple rhythm of the neighborhood. The last commuters quietly leave the station as the evening tram arrives exactly on schedule. A street sweeper makes a final, careful pass along the cobblestones, leaving the public square spotless for the next morning. Older residents take a leisurely, deliberate evening walk, knowing the streets are safe and well lit. In a bustling outdoor square, groups of friends sit together at long wooden tables, sharing a beer and conversation as the day winds down. When you look at these everyday moments, the true value of the culture becomes clear. Perhaps Germans do not pursue precision simply because they love perfection. They pursue precision because precision creates trust. When the trains run on time, when the rules are clear, and when a product does exactly what it promises to do, anxiety disappears. And that trust allows millions of strangers to live together, work together, and build a society with quiet confidence.